The Walt Disney World Resort is excited to announce that Star Wars Galaxy's Edge will be opening at Disney's Hollywood Studios on August 29, 2019. Due to unprecedented excitement, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge will open ahead of schedule, transporting guests to a remote planet full of unique sights, sounds, smells, and tastes. Please be aware you may experience longer than normal wait times, as many guests are calling about this announcement.
Oh yeah, it's go time. And time to go geeking on Walt Disney World.
Are you ready for a fun-filled hour of food favorites, resort hopping, and hanging out with Disney World geeks? It's now time to go geeking on Walt Disney World. Here's our dad and co-host. Hollywood was impressed with his performance in crowd scenes at the Indiana Jones stunt show. He never misses an 11 a.m. margarita at the Mexican Pavilion. And Mike Wazowski is still raving about his performance as that guy over at Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Curtis Stone.
Hey, Disney World geeks. This week on the show, we go glamping to Fort Wilderness Campground with super geek Amber Springer on episode 277 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. I am your Geekin' Family Podfather, Curtis Stone, and we are the family-friendly father-daughter podcast, also featuring Mama, Auntie Judy, Soul Sister Holly, cousins Jen and EJ, and our Geekin' family will feed your passion for Walt Disney World by sharing our experiences and opinions, as well as others from our community of passionate Walt Disney World geeks. Oh yeah, we're excited about Galaxy's Edge announcement, and we're excited that you're here listening to our show because geeky Disney people are awesome, and we consider you family, part of our Geekin' family. Join us every Monday as we share travel tips, resort reviews, and lots of food talk through our live trip reports, interviews with our Geekin' family members about their trips, and special guest roundtables on fun Disney World topics from Geekin' family members all around the world. And we take pride in the awesome and positive community in our Geekin' family. So come join us to share in our love for Walt Disney World and each other. And I bet you'll learn something to try on your next vacation. If you're listening to podcasts to plan your Disney vacation, well, we're Disney travel experts and independent travel agents with Fairy Tale Concierge. Fairy Tale Concierge is an authorized Disney vacation planner agency. And Disney World, it can be an overwhelming vacation to plan, and you gotta have a plan. Everybody knows that. At least all the cool kids know that. Let Mom and Auntie Judy explain it all to you and help you create a great plan with fast passes, dining reservations, and tips on the best rooms and resorts in Disney World. Join our mail list, the Geek and Gazette, and stay up to date with the latest promotions and information that Disney World is putting out there. Did you hear a little secret this week? I think we're going to talk about that. Just go to our website, Geekin, on wdw.com/advice to request our personalized help. Hey geeks! Oh yes, the announcement came out for an August 29th Disney World opening of Galaxy's Edge, the new Star Wars down at Hollywood Studios. I just put out last week that I saw an article that said they were guessing with the announcement coming up that it could be October 1st. So I was excited about that because I really didn't think for the G3, our Grand Geeking Gathering in October. We're going end of October, as many of you know and are coming with us to spend our time in Disney World with Kevin Curtis Allen. He's a big Star Wars fan, so I was having fun chatting with him with this announcement. And so we're all excited, but hey, let's do a trip report for this week on the podcast. I can't believe after doing 5 years of podcasting, do you know our anniversary comes up this April 2nd, 5 years of podcasting. So exciting. And we've never done a trip report about camping at Fort Wilderness, but now we're going to do it. So there's so many topics we can talk about. We're going to redeem ourselves with Amber Springer, and she does an awesome job telling us all about Fort Wilderness and her recent trip to Disney World. And here are some of the highlights. She talks about missing the Magic Kingdom opening show. Yeah, I kind of miss it too. And they brought that camper down to Fort Wilderness. They brought her niece and stepdaughter. They were first timers. Always exciting to bring first timers We talk all about the pool and food at Fort Wilderness. I love this chuck wagon. They have like a sing-along with this chuck wagon food and movies. A golf cart rental is really essential, she tells us, when you're staying down at Fort Wilderness Campground. And there's another one that we haven't talked very much. You know, we're dog lovers. You're always going to hear dogs barking in my show. Oh, boy. Anyways, Luke turned 9 years old yesterday. Happy birthday to Luke, the black lab. And I think actually in this episode, you're going to hear Lola barking, my bulldog. Well, they have dog sitting at a Disney kennel down there, and they took advantage of that. Really interesting to hear about that experience. How about sleigh rides down at Disney World without snow? Their favorite meals, brunch at Ohana. Yeah, I love hearing about Ohana, although I've never done brunch or breakfast there. Pecos Bills for lunch, beaches and cream. They tackle and have some redemption on the kitchen sink. Flame Tree Barbecue. I love the Griswolds. We have a reference to the Griswolds from those vacation movies. They do the Christmas party, and they have some really special family moments. They also talk about the joy of pin trading. That's something that we always love to do. Some great character meet and greets. She spends some time terrifying the kids. Some tips. We love hearing tips about people's trips down there, and definitely essential ponchos. And you know what? The ground it's weird that it's really slippery. Be careful when you're walking and it's raining down there. A place that has a lot of slip and falls. I don't know. I wish it was not as slippery, especially when you got flip-flops on. We talk about the electric water pageant that they did instead of doing the nighttime tree of life. Good substitute, right? She talks about next time, do more resting time. I was thinking, yeah, you got to track those steps and take a break after 15,000 steps. That was one of my strategies this past trip in January. They spent some time wandering the resorts for decorations and display, especially at Christmas time. Great tips. And she finishes up just praising the camping at Fort Wilderness. Well, Fort Wilderness Campground is so unique and fun. Let's pack up the camper and head on down to Disney World with Amber and her family. Well, I have had such a nice vacation here at Christmas and New Year's. We're on New Year's Day. Happy New Year's. Although you might be listening to this
everyone.
Way in the future. But I'm going to do another trip report. I've done like 7 during my break, and I'm loving it. I got one more here to bring to you guys. Let's bring on our newest super geek. As a little girl, she grew up going to Disneyland, but could not tell you a thing about it today, except that she has fond memories of eating Mickey-shaped pancakes. And she never rode It's a Small World until going to Walt Disney World as a teenager. Her husband surprised her with a couple of days there at the end of her honeymoon in 2014 with no planning. Oh, I hope she's learned since then. Her favorite show is the Tiki Room, and her favorite snack is the caramel apple pie apple from Main Street Bakery. Try to say that fast. And she cries every time she watches the Magic Kingdom's opening show, although they don't have it anymore. So she's crying that they don't perform it anymore. I totally understand. Well, please give a warm Geek and Family welcome to Amber Springer. Hey, Amber.
Hi, everyone. Happy New Year.
Yeah, I know. It's
oh my God.
January 1st. Can you believe it?
I can't. I was excited to be booking my trip this time last year, and now it's over, and I'm ready to book my next one.
Oh, yeah. Are you talking to us about booking your next one?
I am.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. So my husband, I am definitely the Disney fanatic. Yeah. And my husband is fine with going every few years.
Right.
And prior to booking this trip, he had said, no more Disney trips until we make it back to the Keys. That's his favorite vacation spot. Not a bad vacation spot.
Yeah.
So we had decided February 2020 we would do the Keys. However, I think because he had such a great time this past trip in December we were camping, and because his daughter, my 15-year-old stepdaughter, had such an amazing time, he was like, when are we going back? And I'm not going to be like, okay, yeah, whatever. I had to jump on it right away. And so summer 2020 will be our next trip. We won't we won't be doing a big trip in 2019, but 2020. And
Beautiful.
I thought I want a little help this time planning.
Oh, we're going to help you so much. I know you're probably a little bit of an expert, but we're going to do our best. You know, we will. And well, we're going to talk about this trip that you just did for sure. Tell me first, though, are you missing the Magic Kingdom's opening show?
I am. It doesn't feel the same. So we got there at opening this past trip. And it just, I mean, I know they've got the front of the house castle show, but it just doesn't feel the same when you're standing outside of the gates and the anticipation. And it was such a fun, energetic way
I know it.
to open up the Magic Kingdom. I loved the train coming in and to see the characters. And, you always dream of being that one special family that gets picked to be up there for the opening show. That was my dream.
I know. I was listening to people talk about this. I had someone on the podcast saying, I had my 25th anniversary trip there with my whole family, kids and relatives and girlfriends and all that stuff. And we all had the same t-shirt and we tried to be that family, but we struck out. But I mean, I don't want to start this off on a bad note, but Mom and I would agree with you. Although it's kind of nice to get into the park and get your coffee and mope around a little bit before they open too. But I hear you with the opening show. That was so special.
It was. And so I hope that maybe one day they'll bring it back. Maybe.
Love the song too. Well, you can at least catch the song and the singers off the trolley when they come in sometimes too. That's
true. Very true.
Thing. So maybe you can capture a little of that magic then. Well, let's continue talking a little bit more about your history with Disney World.
Sure. So I had not been to any Disney parks as an adult. I think the last time I went was a teenager. We had grandparents, of course, that lived in Florida. So every couple years we might hit, whether it be Walt Disney World or a Universal Studios park or SeaWorld, but hadn't been as an adult. And so I didn't get back or reconnect with Walt Disney World until my 30s. Yeah. My husband and I got married in Florida. Oh, and in the planning process, I said, maybe we can spend a couple days at Walt Disney World at the end because we drove. Okay. But then, we get through the wedding and I'm like, oh my gosh, you spend so much money. I just could not fathom doing anything else on the trip. So our last night we were sitting in our hotel room getting ready to head back. We live in Virginia. Okay. And my husband was like, so are we doing Disney? And I said, no, that's not really in my budget anymore. And he was like, well, I have my own budget, so let's book a room. So Sunday night, I was sitting in the floor of our hotel room on the phone with Disney, booking to check in the next day. There was zero planning. That was 2014. And where did we stay? We stayed at the All-Star Movie Resort. Sure. And they were they were still trying out the whole Magic Band and Fast Pass process. So, so we tried that out and loved it, and it worked great, and the app worked great. And awesome. It was just 2 days, and we loved it. And I was like, oh my gosh, we have to go back. We have to go back. So the following year that was 2015. We did the Epcot Food and Wine Festival in October we were there for just about a week, I think. Okay. Good. And I loved it, and I've been itching to go back since. And so when we purchased a camper back in October of 2017, and the campsites were my very first reservation that I made. So
had you say? So when did you go?
We left on December 11th and got back the 16th. So not a full week. We didn't want to I didn't want to be there when all the crazy crowds were there. So I didn't want to go the normal 2 weeks when kids are out of school, but I also didn't want to have the kids out for a full week. So my niece lucked out. That week we had a big snowstorm in Virginia, and where she lives, she was actually out of school the whole week. So she ended up missing no school that week. Oh yeah. And I heard that storm. Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. My sister was really, really shocked that she had no makeup work to do. So that was really great for her. She got a good Disney trip and no makeup work for school. And then for my stepdaughter, we got her out of school, or we left Tuesday after school and headed down and spent the better part of the week down there.
And it's I'm going to guess, let me see. Are you 8 hours from there? from Disney World?
No,
Longer.
we are.
It's longer.
We're about 11 hours.
Yeah.
However, this was our first time pulling the camper down.
Yeah.
And it was about a 12 to 13 hour trip because obviously with the camper, you're not going the normal.
Did you go?
That you would go with just your regular vehicle.
And did you go the whole drive straight through?
We did on the way home. On the way down there, because we left later in the day, we ended up overnighting in Georgia, in Brunswick, I believe is the little town that we overnighted in. But we dry camped. So for any campers that are out there, I think most RVers and campers probably know that you can stay at Walmart's, but you can also overnight for one night, just dry camp in Cracker Barrel parking lots. So we,
I love Cracker Barrel. I didn't know that.
Too. Yeah. So I called ahead and they said,
really?
Sure. Yeah. They allow overnights, and they have in the back of their parking lot, larger parking spots.
Yeah.
So to fit an RV.
Cool.
And there were a couple already back there. So we were like one of three that night that overnighted. And it was really nice because, I get the kids up and we roll out of the camper and I can put them right in, get breakfast, and then we're back on the road. So it's super convenient.
Breakfast at the restaurant?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. Well, let's clear up this. You've already kind of talked to it, but who went on this trip?
Sure. It was obviously myself and my husband, my 15-year-old stepdaughter, and then my 12-year-old niece.
Nice.
And it is Athena and Micah, respectively.
All right. How old are they? Oh, you're 15-year-olds, but what's...
Yep. So Athena is 15 and Micah is 12.
All right. Were they excited to go?
They were. My niece went for the first time last year.
Okay.
And then my stepdaughter has not been since she was a really, really little girl, like too little to ride rides.
Yeah, cool.
So this was all new to her, and we really weren't sure what to expect with her reactions or if she would get into stuff. And she loved it. We were really, really not, I guess, super surprised because she's a pretty go with the flow type of kid, like anything we want to do. And, we drag her camping all over the place, and she just is happy to go and experience something new. So I'm not surprised that she had fun, but surprised how much she just totally fell in love with it.
Oh, that makes everything a lot easier when you're bringing kids that they are not complaining and enjoy it too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
especially
100%.
Especially if you're an adult who's not been a lot. I know I was that person, and I wanted to enjoy it myself. I didn't want to hear no complaining.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I am
even going full sync. We went from open to close that Thursday, and we were all tired for the next day, Animal Kingdom, but there was no complaining. Everybody was just
super. I love it.
Do it.
Yeah, I am excited. You know what? We've never had someone talk about the campsites at Fort Wilderness. Well, tell me that. Auntie Judy talks fondly of this kind of vacation because she used to do it with her boys when they were young, and she's going to really love this recording in Trip Report. Tell me about your camper.
Sure. So it's just a little, I think it's about 20 feet. It's a pull behind, so it's not a full RV.
Okay.
It's called an R-Pod by Forest River, and it's inside. It sleeps comfortably 3. We had like a kid on the floor the night that we overnighted. But so we took the camper, and the kids were in a tent, and the camper has like a full-size bed. We've got a little kitchenette in there, a little dinette, and we also have a full-size bathroom, which was my one requisite for getting a camper. Like I needed to not have to use whatever park we're in facilities. I needed my own facilities. So,
well, I would love to do camping. I have an anchor called Mama, and she would never go camping, but
glamping. I don't even know why I call it camping. It's really glamping.
She would glamp.
I think heat. I mean, we have everything that a small apartment has, so it's definitely not roughing it. And even when we go in the summertime, and my stepdaughter has her own tent that we take. We have a fan in there. My husband's like, if we go in the wintertime, we can put a heater in there. So, and I mean, it's nice. Not like we aren't roughing it.
Oh, beautiful. And well, yeah. What was like the hookup down there for all of your water and utilities?
It was great.
Yeah.
So we had a preferred site, which with a preferred site comes electricity and water, and also sewage, which is not a fun topic, except unless you are camping and RVing, it makes Having full hookups makes life so much easier. I don't deal with that portion of the camping. I leave it to my husband, but he really, really appreciated it. So I know when we go back in 2020 that we'll definitely do a preferred site again.
Amber, let me just let you know, you've been listening to the podcast for a while. You know we're real around here. So we talk about sewage. And every bodily function that we got to talk about that could possibly
happen. Yeah, life. It's real.
Let's just get that out there. That's good. People want to know those things. They're important. I love the full bathroom, and that's great that you got all of the. Hey, I was curious. What's the cost of a campsite for a night there?
A regular campsite starts at about $59 a night. That price varies depending on the season, of course.
Okay. Yep.
I think we paid about $132 a night for our preferred site.
Wow. Okay.
However, my husband I didn't do the hot tub. My husband did the hot tub, and he met a really nice couple while he was soaking that live in Florida. They live about an hour and a half away from Walt Disney World, and they just go to the campsites just to go. In fact, the time that we were there and met them, they weren't planning any park days. They were just there to hang out.
Oh, okay.
And the tip that he said was that depending on availability and demand, the price fluctuates. So I haven't been on the sites to see if that's true, comparing dates.
Yeah.
However, that might be, something. If somebody's interested in it, just to keep an eye out and try a couple different dates to see if it falls within.
Well, we'll do that when we work with you too. We're not that familiar with the campsites, but we're going to learn it. We got lots of friends.
Yeah.
We have community. Yeah. We will find this all out and learn it and set you up, work with you. So tell me more about the campsite. What about the pool?
So there are 2 pools at the campsites. We did not see the first one. We didn't make it around. And that was kind of one of the things that my husband said for next time he wants to definitely do a full week, because there's so much that is offered at the campsite. Yeah. That you just, even 4 days there, it's not enough. You're not going to see everything. So one of the pools we didn't see. However, the main pool is really great. It has this really great slide. It's got a nice little hot tub with it, and it's connected to, like most pools, it's got the snack bar, and it also has the arcade room. One of the 2 arcade rooms is right there. So afternoon that my husband went and soaked in the hot tub, I dropped the kids off at the arcade room, and I went shopping. So it was really nice.
That's good.
And it was warm enough when we were there that the kids could have played, but I asked them if they wanted to go in the pool or play in the arcade, and they chose the arcade. So,
Yeah, the weather, it's been really wacky down in Florida. What was your weather for the week?
The day that we got in, it was in the 40s. But then by Friday, I think it was in the 70s.
Oh, good.
But rainy. So our Magic Kingdom day was beautiful. It was 60s, a little bit overcast. The weather was perfect. It was gorgeous. Yeah. And then our Animal Kingdom day, we spent the day in ponchos, but everybody still had a really great time. And it wasn't like a pouring down miserable rain. It was just, the drizzly. Yeah. Yeah. Just kind of like the annoying rain. Yeah, you have to have the poncho, but you don't really want the poncho on.
I hear you.
That was Friday. And then Saturday for our resort hop day, it was a little drizzly in the morning, but the rest of the day was really, really nice.
Oh, beautiful. All right, let's talk a little bit about the quick service options there at the Wilderness Campgrounds. Sure. Yeah.
So for quick service, there was really only one that was open all the time, and it was not your standard resort, cafeteria style.
Yeah.
Fort Wilderness campsites, the only true quick service is P&J's Southern Takeout, which is attached to the, I have it in my notes. Where am I?
Trails End,
so, right? Yes, Trails End, which is also connected. So it's Hoop-Dee-Doo Review, and then P&J's Southern Takeout, and then Trails End. So P&J's, when you walk in, you're actually looking at the Trails End restaurant. It's just a tiny little counter service that you can order a few things off the menu. And there was plenty there for us to choose from. Right. However, I would have definitely, and I didn't realize this before we went, so a little bit poor planning on my part, but I would have loved a proper cafeteria style with a bunch of different windows and options for us to eat.
Yeah, it's kind of limited. I was there. We love to go to the Hoop-Dee-Doo, and I got there, and I love Trails End for a buffet, by the way. That is a good one that I've enjoyed because I love ribs and chicken and all that stuff.
Nice.
And I was so hungry waiting for Hoop-Dee-Doo. I almost used that takeout window. I was so close, even though I was ready to go into the Hoop-Dee-Doo. So I was kind of curious to hear, how did that work out for you? Did you try some of the things there?
Yes. At the P&J Southern Takeout, my husband had the barbecue ribs, and he loved it. And
Good.
It came with a little slice of cornbread.
Nice, yeah.
And 2 sides. I think his sides were mashed potatoes and the baked beans. And the baked beans were okay.
Yeah.
The mashers were really good, and he really enjoyed his ribs. And then we only did P&J's once because it was such a short trip. We were off doing other stuff. But,
yeah, no problem.
And then my stepdaughter and Athena and I had burgers and fries.
Yeah.
And they were delicious. Their burgers were great. And of course, my niece had mac and cheese. So like I said earlier, mac and cheese and chicken nuggets were her staple for just about every meal.
We're not going to get, that's quite common. So, but we won't have much variety there to talk about, will we?
No, not with my niece.
I love the food there. They must be, imagine the amount of chicken and barbecue ribs they're doing there.
Oh my gosh, I know. Oh my gosh, because it's all,
it's all the same.
Right, and Mickey's Backyard Barbecue. And that's cool.
Right.
It's all barbecue.
I see you were mentioning here the Chuck Wagon. I've not heard of that before. What's that?
Oh yeah, so the Chuck Wagon. So one of the amazing perks about staying at the Fort Wilderness campsites is that each night, instead of just movies under the stars, they do campfire sing-along with Chip and Dale, and then movies under the stars. And you
cool.
can also roast s'mores.
Nice.
And then there is what's called the Chuck Wagon there.
Yeah.
We did not try it because that was one of the things that we just didn't have enough time for this time around. But the Chuck Wagon is only open for during the campfire sing-along and movies.
That sounds cool. Is that like a food truck for Western?
It's an old RV that they transformed into a food truck. It is so darn cute.
Yeah, that's cool. What do they serve out of there? Did you get a chance to try it?
I did not get a chance to try it.
All right.
And we did a quick walk around over there.
Yeah.
So that is right next to the pool, arcade, and main trading post area.
Uh-huh.
So we did do a quick little walk around and drive around, but I didn't even peek at the menu.
All right. Well, that's good to know that it's available.
Yeah.
Perfect. Hey, I think one of the things people are always concerned is with the transportation, the Disney transportation. And did you drive a lot or did you use the buses? What did you guys do? It's a big place, right?
It is. So the campsites are huge. And one of the things that I had read, and we had a friend who told us beforehand to rent a golf cart. So that's what we did. We booked it in advance, which was also something that I was warned to do.
Yeah.
That they,
I think I've heard
during busy weeks, the golf carts definitely rent out. So we rented a golf cart and we picked that up our first date. And because the resort's so big, almost in between each loop, there are bus stops. But those are bus stops that take you to the main bus stop and or the pool or the restaurants. There's only one bus stop that takes you to and from the parks, and that's up at the front of the resort.
Yeah.
However, the alternative option to buses to getting around are watercraft, and that is where you go for the Hoop-Dee-Doo review and or Mickey's Backyard Barbecue. There's the beach right back there.
Yeah. Yep.
You can rent watercraft to play on the lake. And then there's also 2 boats. One will take you to and from the Magic Kingdom. And that ran pretty regularly. I don't think we waited any more than 20 minutes for a boat when we took it over.
Yeah.
And then there's one, it doesn't run quite as frequently, but there's one that takes you to and from the Fort Wilderness Lodge as well as the Contemporary. So we used those both days.
Perfect. Now this golf cart, you actually reserved it ahead of time?
We did. We reserved it ahead of time. Yeah. And when you pick it up right up front where you check in.
Yeah.
So they've got this beautiful lobby / I don't know. It's a big entrance and it's huge. It's big enough for your RVs and campers to fit under. And that's where you go to pick up your golf carts, and also where you go to drop it off. And drop off, you just park it and you drop the keys in a bucket and you go on your way. So we reserved it for the whole week.
Yeah.
And the campsites don't have a lot of parking at the various activities. So when you go to the Hoop-de-Doo Review, or if you want to go to the pool or one of the trading posts, there is not regular vehicle parking. There is golf cart parking. There's golf cart parking everywhere, which was really nice. And you just park it and leave it. Obviously, don't leave your keys in it. But
that's so cool. What a great tip.
It was so much fun. So you do have to have a driver's license in order to rent and operate the vehicle. My stepdaughter was super bummed that she could not drive it.
Yeah, right.
However, next time she'll have a driver's license. So next time we'll probably let her operate it a little bit.
Do you remember for your time there what that cost?
It was $59 a day plus tax.
Well worth it then.
Oh my gosh, well worth it. It's too big to walk it. You can definitely ride bikes. We didn't take bikes, but next time we might.
Nice. Not a long day coming home, right? You just hop in your golf cart.
It was really
super
nice. And the parking is really close to the boat. So, I mean, it's like stone's throw away from where the boat docks are. So it was really, really nice.
You did something else that we don't talk about. I can't remember if we've ever talked. Mom told me about this, and I've been there. But did you bring your dogs down on vacation?
We did take our dogs on vacation.
That's super. We're big dog people, and so we put a great expense. Well, Lindsay has actually watched her dogs when we went there in September and in January, but for the week, one of the 2 weeks. So we've had at least Lindsay to watch our dogs, but it's quite an expense when we bring them to the doggy care up here. So tell me about this.
Oh my gosh.
How do you how do you do this with the dogs at Disney World?
So I know that there are a couple of resorts now that do allow non-service animal pets to stay with you in your resort.
We are hearing that, yes.
Yes, and that's pretty exciting because I love vacationing with my dogs. We have two smaller dogs. We have our Franny is 32 pounds-ish, depending on the holidays. But
just like me, depending on the holidays.
Me too. So she's 32 pounds, and we just adopted back in September a little Benji dog, and he is about 17 pounds.
All right, little guys.
I don't know if there's a weight limit at Fort Wilderness as far as the size of dogs that you can bring, because we don't have big dogs. We never meet that weight limit anyways.
But you could bring the dogs to the campsite then.
Yes. So every loop, it used to be just a couple loops allowed dogs, but now every loop you're allowed to bring dogs. And it is just, I think it was like $5 a night to bring the dogs to stay.
All right.
And you can walk them all over. They have 2 dog runs. They have one for smaller dogs and one for larger dogs.
Okay.
Our dogs are older. They don't do that sort of stuff anymore. Franny actually turned 14 while we were on vacation. So I got her a happy birthday celebration pin. So they are not running around being crazy. They're happy to just
elderly
chill at the campsites. Yes.
They're elderly. Yeah. I get you.
Yes. And while they probably would have been just fine staying in our camper for the time that we were at the park, we would have had to take breaks, obviously, and come let them out and stuff. So
I'd be uncomfortable leaving them there.
Yeah.
It's kind of small space. Yeah.
Yep.
They're going to chew up. I don't know if they maybe don't chew up things now, but
no, they're pretty good. And
but that's
we left them alone in there, I guess, on our resort hop day.
Okay.
And I left the TV on. I left them on the bed, and when I got back, they were on the bed. So I don't even know if they got off the bed the whole time we were on. But
true enough, elderly too.
Yes, they're happy to just lounge. But on our 2 long park days, I actually made reservations for them at the Best Friends Pet Care.
Yeah. Tell everybody about that.
Oh my God.
Where is that? Where's it located?
It is located almost, actually not almost, right across the street from Port Orleans, Riverfront?
Yeah.
Riverside?
They're in the same, French Quarter and Riverside are kind of in the same location.
Yes.
Close enough.
So it is right across the street from that.
okay.
You can't miss it.
Yeah.
And
So
it
cool.
is, I am a nervous doggy mom. I don't.
Most doggy moms are.
Yes. I don't normally leave them with anybody we don't know.
Yeah.
This is the first time I'd boarded them in probably 10 or 12 years.
Yeah, I get it.
So I wasn't sure what to expect. And when I walked in, all of my worries were totally gone.
Yeah.
They're really, really clean. Everybody is really friendly. So
no doubt, right? It's
oh yeah.
how do you if you got to mix Disney World with people who love animals? I mean, that's got to be like a high. I can't even imagine because did you just show up too? Did you make a reservation?
I made a reservation. I made that reservation. Oh gosh, originally probably back in April.
Yeah.
And then so they have they have a lot of different activities for dogs that you can sign your dogs up for.
Yeah.
But the nice thing about them is they have like the regular dog area, but they also have a senior dog area.
Yeah. Nice.
So I made the reservation for Franny to be in a senior dog area spot.
Yep.
And I called back in October with the hopes that we could get Benji in. But because of their size, they were actually able to be in the same space.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Which was
share it together.
Really nice.
Saves money. Yeah.
It saved a little bit of money, and I think it adds a little bit of reassurance to them that they're not alone, that, oh, look, my buddy is still here with me. So
did you have to send veterinarian records and shots and that kind of stuff?
Did. So if you're planning to go, they have to be updated on all of their shots. They also have to be they have to have like a negative fecal within the last 6 months.
Okay.
As well as
another gross thing we're talking about here on the podcast.
I know. Sorry.
Thanks, Amber. We said we were going to be real. I didn't know we were going to get that real.
That's for real. But you're a doggy mom. That's for real. But you also, something that your vet may not regularly do is the canine influenza shot. So they also require that.
Yeah.
And for that shot, your veterinary gives it in 2 doses, and they have to be either 2 to 3 weeks apart, depending on the age and size of your dog. And it has to be planned. It has to have been administered, the final shot, 2 weeks prior to your arrival. So there is a little bit of planning that goes involved if you are planning on utilizing Best Friends Pet Care.
Yep.
Just kind of make sure you look at your timeline and get all your shots and stuff.
Same as like when you're back home. It's the same routine. So that makes sense. So what did they say? Did they enjoy their time there?
I think they did. So normally when we're at the vet, I have to walk Franny to the back. Sometimes I even have to carry her. She does not want to go. She's one of those. She's like drags her feet.
Like a kindergartner going for the first day.
Yes, 100%. However, we got checked in the first day. I walked him to the back door. I couldn't walk to the kennel part where they were going to be staying.
Yeah.
But I walked her to the back door. And then when they came back afterwards that night, they were totally fine. Nothing was wrong. I had my phone on me expecting to get a phone call that somebody was like,
misbehaving.
Not happy, not having a good day. But
oh, that's funny.
No phone calls. And then our second day, I was checking them in, and she walked on back by herself. And so I was like, oh, I guess she doesn't mind this place so much.
We were, again, doggy parents, my wife worse than me, really concerned how they're going to make out, especially being away for a full week. Yes. And when we drop them off, they are so excited. They're like bouncing off the walls. But when we bring them home, they sleep for like 3 days straight. They're so exhausted.
So worn out.
Did you find that to be true when you brought them home from the daycare?
No, I think because of their age. So like I said, Franny just turned 14 and Benji's 9. So I think because of their age and their
they kept them
activity level.
Yeah, okay.
And they were in the senior area. So one of the activities that they have for the dogs is when they have a fenced-in back area that you can like schedule time for the dogs to go out and play in. And they also have a big indoor playroom that they can play with other dogs. And I think because mine weren't doing any of those, their activity level just wasn't super high. And then their room that they were in, I wish that I could have seen what they were doing. Like I wish there was a little camera just to see what they were doing, because it was an indoor-outdoor room.
Yeah.
And the indoor part was air conditioned, so like I wanted to know, were they hanging outside? Were they just inside the whole time? Like, I wish I knew what they were doing. So
yeah, it's too bad they didn't send you pictures of what's going on.
I know.
Because ours
next time
they sent a couple and we could check in on them. They did this Tongues Out Tuesday thing that I still crack out about, where they give them peanut butter and they stick their tongues out and take pictures of them all. And actually, Lola won second place in a beauty pageant one week when we were away.
Oh,
my bulldog. Yes.
Oh.
Well, I just think spending a week sniffing heinies all week is kind of exhausting. So, that's why there's
Probably.
a lot of anxiety, and meeting friends for the first time can be exhausting. Well, that is so much. I'm so glad. Man, we're learning a lot on this trip report already, Amber.
Yay. Good.
Well, let's finish up with the campground. In any other activities or amenities? I know campgrounds are fun for all that kind of stuff.
Oh my gosh, so many amenities. So one of the most special things that I thought when we were there that was going on, they do sleigh rides during the holiday season.
Yeah.
And you can pick that sleigh ride up. Well, you have to make a reservation for it, which we were not able to snag. My husband was on the phone.
Yeah.
The second morning we were there, and they were like booked like that. It was super quick.
But I didn't know they had snow in Florida.
No snow. So it's a sleigh ride, but right under where the I guess the sleigh part is, I don't know what you call that down there. It was actually wheels.
Oh,
so
okay.
It was like a faux sleigh.
I'm glad there's no snow. Thank you.
Yeah, no snow.
Good.
But the horses had on their sleigh bells,
and
their route took them through all the campsites.
Nice.
Which are all decorated to the T, just amazing, over the top.
Yeah.
Wild Disney decorations. It was amazing. So it was really magical to be sitting at your campgrounds and hear,
nice,
the sleigh bells coming down your loop.
With the horses.
And the horse hooves.
I love the horses.
It was just really neat.
We just did a trip report with Fran Chandler, who is a horse handler in New Hampshire. And she talked about having a friend. Actually, she has a friend that works there with the horses. So it's like,
and all the stables are at the Wilderness.
Yeah, so if you want to see the horses.
You can walk through. Yeah, my husband
Love
and
them.
The girls actually walked through and got to see Cinderella's horses being groomed before the parade and watching their hair get braided.
That's right. Any horses you see on property come from that stable, right?
Yep, and you can go and watch them. You can do horseback rides. You can do trail rides.
Cool.
You can't necessarily just walk up and touch them. They might have one that they say, oh, yeah, you can come up and pet them a little bit if they're doing a demonstration. But otherwise, but you still get to walk through and see all of them, which is really, really neat.
Very cool. So anything fun? Anything else fun that you guys did there?
I'm reading through my notes really quick. No. I mean, next time on the list, we have a lot. So there's archery. My husband thinks he's going to rent a boat and go fishing. We don't even eat fish, but he thinks that's what we're going to do next time. So
you don't have to keep the fish.
That's true. And I don't even know if you're allowed. I don't know what the policy is.
I don't think so.
Allowed to.
No, you don't. It's catching bass. I want to do that too. One of these times we've talked about that. That's one of my things I'd love to do. So if your husband, if we're down there at the same time, I'd love to do that.
I'll just get you two together and you guys can go out.
I think that'd be
boats. I'm hit or miss as if I'm going to make it or not. So
they're massive. Yeah. So there's just so much you can do, but you also got these parks that you can go to. I've heard.
Oh yeah, there's those things too. Yeah, about those.
Sounds like you can have so much fun just at the resort or campground.
There's so much you can do that it is almost overwhelming the first time, because even you can research it, but you're never fully prepared for when you get down there. And I think that's the case every time you go to Disney. There's always going to be something new, and you're never going to get to everything that you want to do.
So true. You got to remember that. And when we were chatting before we started, hit the record button, you told me you guys didn't have a lot. We weren't going to talk a lot about food, but I'm looking at your list here. I'm going, wait a minute. Well, you got a lot of cool places you ate.
Oh, yeah, we did a couple little foodie things. I guess because the last time I planned it was all around food.
Oh, it doesn't have to be foodie, I'm all about just enjoying whatever. What were some of your favorites from the eating part of your trip?
Oh, our favorite meal, period, hands down, was our brunch at Ohana's. That was...
Brunch at Ohana's.
That was our favorite. We loved it.
I don't know if I've heard it said brunch, because I hear breakfast at Ohana's. Is that different?
Well, It was 11:20, so I'm going to call it. It was technically, yes, breakfast with Stitch and Lilo, but our reservation was for 11:20, so I called it brunch.
That's fine. Was it kind of brunch food? I mean, I'm all about Ohana's I've never done breakfast, to be honest with you, but yeah.
We had never done Ohana's at all, so this was all new for us.
Okay.
We loved it. So it is obviously family style dining. And they start you out with their bread service, which was so good.
What kind of bread?
It was now I don't know if it's the bread that they do in the evenings, but it was almost like a pull-apart bread, and it had a really delicious tropical drizzle on top.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Is that the same? What do they do? I know they do.
Yeah, it's like a pineapple bread.
I bet it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I bet it was the same thing.
It's like that sweet pineapple bread. We actually get it at home now, too, because, that's the same stuff, yeah.
So delicious.
They have macadamia butter. That macadamia butter that they use at night. I don't know.
Oh, we didn't even try the butter. Oh, my gosh. We missed out on the butter. What?
It's sweet, too. Yeah, like you can gob on the butter if you wanted to, but...
Oh, gosh. Okay, well, that's an even more
sweet
reason
bread
to go back.
That's a Hawaiian thing, that sweet bread.
Oh, it's so good. We loved it. We asked for a second helping of it. It was only 4 of us, but we asked for seconds of everything.
My family embarrasses me with the bread. Like, have we had enough bread, people? Like,
I mean, you have to have enough to stick in your purse to go. Right?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to spend all my eating on bread, but it is very good.
It is very good. So we started out with that, and then they bring out a plate of fruit, which was really nice because, you eat so much heavy park food.
Oh, yeah.
That the fruit, it was just refreshing to have. It was cantaloupe and pineapple, grapes, and maybe watermelon.
I think all year round. So you were there in December, and the fruit was good. Yep. Like some fruit's such a gamble, It's like
I know.
When we get it back here in Connecticut this time of year, like we were over at the Chinese buffet yesterday. I think I sent you a picture when I was there. I had some cantaloupe, and it just was like kind of. I don't know where it came from, but down in Florida, I think they're getting fresh, beautiful fruit all the time.
I think they are too.
Yeah,
because it was all good.
Yeah.
It was
pineapple.
It was like the pineapple wasn't. Sometimes you get it and it's a little hard and not. A little sour. That was not the case. It was perfect. It was delicious.
Hey, when the cantaloupe is good, or the melon, that green melon,
yes,
I love it. And it's so good when it's good, right?
Yes, we are big fruities at our house.
I love that.
We love a lot of fruit.
So, what else is for food in the brunch with Stitch and Lilo?
Yep, and then there you get your skillet, and the skillet has bacon, eggs. They're like home fries, which are a little bit bigger than they're like a larger fry, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not a small diced potato. It's like a larger fry, really well seasoned, and it was delicious. Yeah. And then did I say bacon and sausage and Mickey hash browns? They were Mickey shaped hash browns as well as round ones with Stitch in the middle, which my niece and my stepdaughter absolutely loved.
I love that. You know what I got into right now is I'm having corned beef hash during my break here. I had Mom buy me that. I don't know. I love that. Yeah, I love potatoes and all that stuff. Good.
Yeah, it was delicious, and we devoured. You would have thought that we had not eaten all week long. We devoured the first skillet in an almost embarrassing speed.
Yeah.
So we
sounds like Ohana's. It sounds like Ohana's. That's what you should do. That's what you do when you're at Ohana's. And do you find Disney World is a place of extremes? You're either extremely hungry or extremely full.
Yes, 100%. Yes, and you eat we'll eat for no reason, and I'm like, we're not hungry. Why are we eating this? Whatever.
Yeah, nice.
So that was us, and then they also had a juice. It was a pinkish colored juice. Yeah. It was tropical. Juice, it was sweet. It was just a really good fruit juice, and it was delicious. It was really, really refreshing. So we had that, and then the girls got like a special lemonade and a little souvenir cup. So they did those. Yeah. And then my husband did his pina colada that he loved.
Beautiful.
And I did. What was my drink?
I know what you had. You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Mimosa.
Yes, that's what I had. I had my mimosa.
Mama loves those. She's always loved those.
Them too.
Nice.
They are delicious. So that was our Ohana's, and the character interactions were amazing. For anybody who has not done the breakfast or brunch in the mornings, they also do a conga line with all the animals. They did it twice while we were there. So
the animals.
They do,
you mean the characters?
Or the characters, yes. I think of Stitch, and they had Stitch and Mickey, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're the animals. The characters, and so it was Stitch and Lilo and Mickey and Pluto this time around was who we got to meet. And in addition to going around to all the tables, they did a conga line twice where they bring in all the kids and the parents can join, and it was just really cute.
Have you ever done Ohana's for dinner?
We haven't. That was our first time Ohana's, period.
So can I encourage you to do dinner there?
Yes.
I thought so. Did we encourage you to do breakfast there? Or you had that in your mind?
It was, so Stitch is my stepdaughter's favorite character.
Good enough reason.
So that was my number one reservation. It was the only dining reservation that I was like, I have to get.
All right.
If I don't get anything else.
Then we're booking Ohana's for dinner for you next time.
Yes.
All right. Let's make sure we get that done for you next time you're down there.
Deal.
I think if you love the breakfast so much, I think you're going to be a fan. It's the same kind of atmosphere. So if you like that.
And the atmosphere was amazing.
Of
course,
it's fun,
we
right?
didn't have a window seat. Oh, it is. And it was just beautiful.
Nice.
And the views were beautiful.
It is the Polynesian.
No, it's gorgeous.
Right? I mean, come on. I'm so glad that people love it as much as I do. It's kind of weird when you're a podcaster and you put yourself out there on what you enjoy and what you love. And then it's good to hear people come back and say the same back to you.
Good taste. You have good taste.
Oh, I try. I'm not a foodie. I'm not a foodie either. I am so simple. I'm just a country boy. But let's talk more about food. What else was some of your favorites?
So we obviously had to try a cinnamon roll first thing in the morning. I made breakfast each morning at the campsite, but it wasn't a big breakfast. It was like
that's good. That's an advantage, right, of the campground too.
It was really nice. Just to get
we like simple breakfasts too, Amber. We're not big on our guests on the podcast talk more about it than we personally do. We've done some, but Mom's she is full out, full stink. Let's get to the parks. I don't got time for breakfast.
Too. Agreed. I just wanted something simple. I don't even want to go to the dining hall or anything in the mornings because I know it gets really
waste of time
and backed up.
Let's get to the park. Rope drop.
100%. So we did, once we got into the Magic Kingdom, we rode a couple rides, and then we did cinnamon rolls from Gaston's Tavern, and they were delicious.
Nice.
I probably could have done without the red frosting on top because I guess for the holiday season they do. The drizzle is red instead of white.
Okay.
And I don't know. In my head, I'm like, it just drizzle should be white.
I love the drizzle though. I love white, the icing and stuff.
Good. Yeah. They were so gooey and just warm all the way through. So we had a couple of those and they were delicious. And then our other snack in the park was, of course, the Dole Whip. My husband and I love Dole Whip. We had never tried the swirls before. We're traditionalists when it comes to the
hardcore Dole Whip. All right.
Yes, but this time we all had the swirl, which was good. It was different because it mixes in, I guess, a vanilla with it.
Yeah.
But they were still really good and really refreshing. So those were our snacks that day.
Well, I'll give you another suggestion.
Yeah.
Try the float next time.
I know. Well, I was like, ooh, that pineapple upside down one looks really delicious. Yeah. And I opted to not try it, and I sort of regret it.
I'm going to tell you.
It's probably delicious.
Me, Mr. Expert, had never really tried the float. I had a root beer float, I can remember, at Disney World one time. I was like, that was the best root beer float I have ever had in my entire life, right?
Wow.
And so, I'd never had any of the floats. I got totally turned on to them on this past trip.
Nice.
So try that next time too. But
I will.
Yeah, and hey, Dole Whip people to the left, Citrus Swirl people to the right. No, we love to tease about that. But try Citrus Swirl next time too.
I will.
All right. You see, you got more. You got more to.
Yeah. So and then
explore
lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is kind of a staple. The last couple times we did the parks, my husband and I always pick Pecos Bills for lunch.
Yeah.
one, I'm not a vegetarian, a hardcore vegetarian. I was for a long time, but I do eat some meat now, but I feel like I can get a really hearty vegetarian meal there.
Yeah. Good to know.
Having to compromise. So
I love that.
Pecos Bill for lunch. Yep. My husband and stepdaughter did the nachos and loaded up at the toppings bar. I mean,
yeah, come on.
Super loaded, which you have to do. I mean,
guacamole, sour cream,
all the toppings.
Yeah, as much as you want. That's me. That's my
I feel like it's the best value out of all the meals because yes, you pay for whatever it is. I know it's all in the same. It's all rolled into the price.
There's like no rules at Disney World. I love that you can you got the buffets, eat as much as you want. The bigness of the food things that you get. You go to the buffet, the salad bar or something. It's just like, take what you want.
Yep. And please come back for more.
Hey, I'm all about that.
We are too. Makes me feel like I'm getting the most for my money.
Freedom.
I'm like, keep going back. I
love it.
Go on.
Cool.
So we did nachos, and then I did a really good veggie bowl, and of course my niece did mac and cheese that day.
Hey, you know what? It is the mac and cheese best place in the world.
I want to know how much mac and cheese they go through a year, or even a day, like that.
I saw one of these
statistics.
That's right. It's important. No lie. I saw one of these Discovery channels or something like this on Disney World, and the chefs were talking about the mac and cheese, and they spent this whole segment on it, and they had the critics who are your niece's age. They tried all these different combinations for mac and cheese, and then
to get it just right.
Exactly. Right? Oh, come on.
Now, I didn't try her mac and cheese. She devoured her bowl every time, all on her own.
It's cool. It's okay.
But it was good enough that she kept going back for more.
I understand. You got another one on your list that's one of my favorites. Do you know which one it is?
Ooh,
I actually got two. I'm looking at two of these on your list that are left. So,
Beaches and Cream.
Yeah. Big favorite of ours.
Love that. So I'm going to be honest. I've never had anything other than the kitchen sink there. We go there for dessert, and we haven't ever been there for a regular meal.
Ah, that's cool.
So we thought we would try. My husband and I tried 3 years ago when we were there to do the kitchen sink by ourselves and failed miserably.
Oh. So you were going for redemption?
Yes, we did. But we brought backup this time. So we had the girls with us.
Yeah. You cheated.
We killed it. Yes. Yes.
I love that.
100%.
Backup.
Yes.
You conquered it. High fives all around.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun when they bring it? What do they do when they bring it out, Amber?
Oh, that is the best part. So you order it, and when your waiter comes out with it, waiter or waitress, the lights go down a little bit, and they've got, I don't know, maybe like a handful of strobe lights on
like sirens
that start going, and they hoot and holler and announce to everybody that they're bringing out the kitchen sink, which makes the experience even just that much more fun, other than the fact that you're getting this massive pile of ice cream.
And tell everybody how much whipped cream they put on it.
They did a whole can.
There you go.
More than a whole can, but I'm like, gosh, that is a whole lot.
That's part of the announcement. Did they do and a full can of whipped cream? And everyone goes, yay!
Yes, and it's like 2 scoops, I think, of all their ice creams, I think is what it is. And there's toppings and brownie chunks and cake chunks and just...
Snicker bars.
Gosh.
I don't know what else is in there.
Yes, there's
Twinkies.
I think there is candy bars, but I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
There's Oreo cookies in there, I think.
Beautiful. It's a masterpiece.
It is. And it comes in what looks like, a little metal kitchen sink. So much bigger than the Mickey and Minnie Pants sinks. Yeah, well, much bigger.
That's not bad for one person, though, is it?
No.
Yeah, it's a good deal. Hey,
it is.
I love the way you wrote this, Amber. My niece and I tapped out early, but Rich and Athena got us over the finish line.
Oh my gosh. And I wish I could post a live picture. So I took a picture of my husband scooping out the last bit of it. And it's the perfect timing because it's also him licking his lips while, on the iPhones when you can take a live photo now.
Yeah.
I wish it could post and, everybody would be able to see it live. It is the funniest thing. We were watching it. We were showing it to some friends the other night at dinner and laughing. It is perfect. So yeah, we killed it. But when I say we, it was really Rich and Athena. They killed it.
You tapped out early, but your husband pulled you through.
Yes.
I love it. That's great. Good fun.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of fun, and it was a nice way to cap off the evening. So that was we had like a 9:15 reservation for that on Saturday evening. So it was just a nice way to cap off a nice resort hopping day, as well as just a nice vacation week.
That's a great location too. If you've not been on the boardwalk, you want to check out the beach club and yacht club. I love the boardwalk. Oh, have an ice cream there, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's beautiful.
I love
it. I wanted to see all the decorations, so it was gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Yep.
What about one other? Do you have some favorite quick service? Because I see one here that's one of my favorites over at Animal Kingdom.
Is it Flame Tree Barbecue? Yeah. So, and I think I would have been more in love with it, but we actually we ate in the rain. The awnings, we're all full because it's all outdoor seating with there's some seating with coverage and stuff.
Yeah, it's so true though. If things if the weather's not right or something kind of goes off, it can ruin the experience a little bit for sure. I get that. Our Flame Tree can be really crowded, so I highly recommend mobile ordering over there, like big time.
It was. The line was like so. It wasn't awful, but the seating, once you got back to try to go find seating, it was pretty packed back there. So we ended up staying, because they have all those different levels in their seating areas, and it just kind of seems like it goes on forever a little bit back there, and you get around the water. And we couldn't snag a spot that was underneath an awning, so we sat a little bit in the drizzle and ate, our barbecue in the rain. But it was good. It was my husband and I both had barbecue sandwiches, and my stepdaughter Athena had a hot dog, which was definitely not fancy. She ordered off the kids menu, which is not normal for her. She's 15 and she's almost 6'2". So she is actually taller than my husband.
Wow.
He has tall on his side of the family.
Okay.
He's 5'11", so he did not get that tall. But
I'm 6'2".
Got that tall. She's a tall girl, so she doesn't normally order off the kids menu. So I don't know, maybe we had too many snacks that day and she wasn't like super feeling lunch. I don't know. But so she had a hot dog off the kids menu, and my niece had mac and cheese off the kids menu. And I guess the highlight for me of that one, I actually did get a drink. I got their orange, their orange vodka lemonade slushy.
Oh yeah,
and that was tasty, which I had forgot in my notes. I don't think I put that in my notes, but I did get that.
Yeah,
and it was really delicious. And then we picked up. They were selling the seasonal Christmas Mickey straws, so we picked up one of each for all of us, and that was kind of nice.
Well, did we cover food enough? That's okay. It doesn't have to be heavy food. That was good ones.
Yeah.
I love the highlights.
A little bit. Yeah.
Those were perfect. Thank you so much. And
absolutely.
All right, let's move into stories. Or you guys, you don't go that often. So did you have any really fun first time experiences?
Oh my goodness.
That we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah, first time. So we touched on the camping. Our big first time for this trip, which was kind of the reason why we went, was Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. We had never done Christmas at Walt Disney World.
Sure.
And I just wanted to experience the holidays and all the magic, and I wanted to see all the decorations because we are big Christmas people at our house. Yeah. I want my husband to go full Griswold on the outside of our house every year. Like that is my Christmas dream every year. So.
You know, it's funny. It's funny you say that. I've been, the little memes or whatever they call those little videos, the GIFs, the moving. I love sending people all my favorite movies, and it's funny hearing people say back to me, and I just love the family vacation Griswold stuff, and people.
Oh my gosh!
all the Geek and family totally get that. That's funny you said that.
And it's a staple. So we have a set of
Christmas vacation
movies that we watch during the holidays every year. That's one of them.
Oh,
it's not Christmas if we don't watch that movie.
So I saw the cast was doing something. I got hooked in watching documentary of the cast doing that movie or doing those movies. It was so good.
Cool.
Yeah,
Very
that was
cool.
I love that. The Griswolds. We're kind of the Griswolds when we go to Disney World, aren't we all?
Yes, just anything can happen.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes over the top expectations. Maybe.
I'm all about being Clark Griswold. I'll wear that mantle any day. I love that. That's awesome. So, what'd you think of the Christmas party?
I loved it. Now, if you ask my husband, we actually have two different opinions on it.
Good.
My husband believes it is a must-do and would do it over and over again.
Oh, I totally misread that. I thought it was going to be the other way around.
No. So
tell me, what's your opinion?
Yeah, I loved it. But for me, I actually loved our resort hopping days and seeing all of the different decor and just...
Yeah.
I actually liked that more. And I think because for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and it might be the same for the Halloween party in the fall. I've not attended that one, so I don't really know. But there was just so much going on. And while 6 hours seems like a lot of time, I didn't feel like it was enough time to experience it all.
Yep.
So I would just rather have a regular park day than do the extra ticketed event.
I am totally hearing this. Amber, you're
me on that one.
No, I think you're right on. I've had some people talking about the Christmas party, especially not really realizing how crowded it's going to be because they're paying extra.
Yes.
And it is so popular. And so is we don't mind the crowds. I mean, if you listen to some of my trip reports about the Halloween party, I was just like blown away at the crowds when we were watching the parade. Like the rows and rows of people walking by me this one particular time was like, it's not that I had a bad time because we did what we wanted to do. You got to really have a strategy to what you're going to do. Right. I think that's really important, but it's not going to be a casual, like one of these events where you get to ride and, you got the place to yourself kind of thing. It's not one of those kinds of events. So just be prepared.
100%. So I had done a little bit of research and sort of had a plan.
Yeah.
I knew that we would watch, instead of watching the first parade, because I heard that was the most crowded, we would watch the second parade and then catch I don't remember off the top of my head if it was like second parade, fireworks, and then a show, or if it was like fireworks, second parade. And
that's a great point. Even at the Halloween party, like Mama was like, well, let's watch the parade again at 11 o'clock or late at night. And some of the crowds, I was like, I could, I'm pretty good. But on the other hand, a lot of the crowd subsided late at night. How late did that party go to?
That one went till midnight.
Yeah,
when it was supposed to be done. But of course, you're still meandering your way.
Yeah. So did you feel like the crowd started to dissipate a little bit late at night?
Yeah. So we did not watch the first parade.
Yep.
We actually hit a couple rides for the first parade, and then we got in line, or we got up close. I think it must have been fireworks, and then the second parade, because I think the second parade was 10:30, 11.
Yeah. I mean, it's still crowded. It's not it's not bad though, right?
It was, I don't even know that I would say it was crowded for the second parade. We were up front. The girls were right up front and we were right behind them, just catty corner from the castle.
All right. Like a regular day at a parade, right?
Yeah. It wasn't bad at all for the second one. We were really, really pleased. And we had a good view of the stage show for the Christmas show, which they did those performers, they worked their behinds off. I think there was 5 stage shows that evening. So maybe 4 or 5. So you had the opportunity to watch, at any given time, and it wasn't going to necessarily interrupt the rest of the plans that you had.
Yeah.
But the girls had a really good view of the stage show. We weren't right up front for that, but they were close enough that they could see everything. So that was good.
Yeah.
So I would, if you're going for something like that, maybe not do the first parade. Maybe make plans to hit some of the other stops or go see a character that you want to catch up with, but maybe skip the first parade on those.
Very good. Well, I love that. I love the opinions we're getting from the Christmas party. And I think it's good for people to understand the aspects of what it is. So.
And it's beautiful, and the cast members were all great, and it was fun to walk around and eat, and we shocked ourselves at the amount of candy and cookies and eggnog that we consumed. Maybe a little bit too much on that end. But
yeah, you're going to eat some garbage, kind of like Home Alone, right?
Gosh, yes. Even at one point, my husband was like, I don't think I should have done any more of the eggnog. And I was like, probably not if we're going to go ride rides. But plus, it's not cold outside. The eggnog's not super cold, and it's not super cold outside. So, it's a little heavy on the belly.
It's like when you pay the money, it's like, I'm going to get my money's worth of garbage.
Yes, and we did.
Perfect.
But it was fun. I definitely recommend,
Yeah.
if it's in your budget and you love Christmas, then do it.
Yeah.
But for me, it's not an absolute must do again.
Perfect. I've heard that before. That's good for everyone to know. All right, let's move on. We love talking and telling stories. Any interesting pixie dust moments or fun moments that really stuck out with you?
Didn't have any huge cast member interactions, and I think part of that was because we stayed at the campsite, so we weren't walking through a lobby, or we didn't have a ton of interactions with the cast members every single day. Yeah. So we didn't have any major pixie dust moments. We had one of our boat rides from the campsites to, I guess it was Fort Wilderness Lodge and the Contemporary. Our boat captain that morning was singing Christmas carols, and of course the whole boat chimed in and was singing Christmas carols, and it was just really, really sweet because it's kind of a drizzly morning. The sun wasn't shining yet; it was still a little wet. Yeah. So that was just really, really sweet.
I think you're bringing up a great point in that you really gotta be quiet. You're on vacation. Listen for those soft moments, and really tune into those. And here's a perfect example that you just mentioned. You wrote down another special family moment that doesn't really happen unless you really are quiet. You're on vacation. And it happens a lot of times when you're down in Disney World. I've had them with my kids. You're on you got to connect with your family because you're not most of the time you're just seeing each other passing by. They're off to school. Yes. You're off to work. You get home, you're tired. You hardly have any conversation anymore. We don't eat dinner together anymore. But you mentioned something just really quick in a sentence here, but a family special moment. Can you remember what it is?
Oh, yeah. So we were I remember the first one. I don't remember where the second one happened, but I caught a couple of Athena hugs and just saying thank you to her dad for bringing her down there. And the very first one was when we had driven to the Magic Kingdom because we took the dogs and dropped them off. But we were standing on the monorail platform waiting to head into the Magic Kingdom. And so, that's not the most magical place. Right. And we hadn't done a ton of Disney things yet, but she was just so thankful and so happy and excited to be there that I caught a glimpse of my eye, her hugging him and just saying thank you for bringing her down there. And that was just really, really sweet. And afterwards, when she wasn't around, I was like, did you get a little tear in your eye? And he was like, yeah, that was really sweet. Yeah. So that was a really sweet moment. And that happened a couple times on the trip that she is one of those kids. I mean, you could give her a rock and she would say thank you and go out and play with it. I mean, she's just
okay.
an incredibly
that's not common for a 15-year-old girl.
No, it is not. She is super sensitive, super thoughtful, and just grateful for everything. So
it's great that they have that relationship. I love that.
Yeah, they are. I call her his twin because they are just two peas in a pod.
Well, I like to think my daughter Lindsay is like that for me, and maybe you've noticed that since we started a podcast together.
I know. I love it. I love it when you guys have I really loved when she and Holly interviewed you on your last trip report. I thought that was really cute.
I was just thinking about that when we come back from Disney World. I think I'm going to do it the same way where I'll interview Mom, Judy, and Ken and get all of their thoughts of our trip. But when you want to hear about me or I want to put myself out there, I want Lindsay and Holly to interview me again. I like that too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Beautiful. Oh, I'm having so much fun, Amber. You're doing a great job. I'm going to keep going with some of the questions that we like to ask, and you don't have to belabor this one because I think I'm reading what you already talked about. But what did you find overrated at Disney World?
Oh, again, so that was my Mickey's Very Merry Christmas party.
I totally get that though. It's kind of hyped up because it's a paid event,
right? And especially for those folks that are going to be there. I think the week of Christmas and the week after, don't they open up that? I think they open up that parade and that show to everybody. So it's not a ticketed event anymore.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about that, but.
So, if you're on the fence about when to go and what to do, maybe just change your dates by a couple of dates and still get to experience that.
I'd like to do it.
Parade.
I would do it, but I'm with you. I go in with the expectations of everything we've talked about, and then you'll be fine.
Yep. 100%. And that was really, for me, going to Disney is a dream every time we go. And so there's not a lot that I would be like, oh, that's overrated.
Yeah,
I was
I get it.
disappointed in that. It's just.
Yeah, I get it. Totally.
It's too magical. The whole thing is too magical. So.
How about, we love to talk about underrated. What's underrated that you found on your trip?
Oh, I mean, for me, it was the Fort Wilderness campsites because I don't hear a lot about it. And I felt like I had to do some digging to do research. And I did watch a couple of YouTube posts on it, but it was just, and there's so much there. And I don't think people realize, and you can go and just, well, obviously you can make dinner reservations at Hoop Doo Review or Mickey's Backyard Barbecue. But during the holiday season, I was blown away and underprepared for the amount of decor that people do, whether it is their golf carts or their campsites.
Yeah.
I had a wreath and a couple garland strings for our golf cart, and I'm like, oh yeah, we got this. And I had a couple strings of lights and a couple blow-ups for our campsite. And we get there, and I think I posted a video of one of them on the Facebook page of this camper that had built, and I didn't actually meet the camper, but we got out and looked at it. It was their whole campsite. There was a big tree. They'd built this wooden castle structure that you could go in, and inside was this chair that you could sit on, a little faux fireplace, Cinderella's glass slipper. They had a bazillion lights. They had Cinderella's carriage. And you could just get out and hang out there. It was incredible. They had this other one. We did 2 evenings where we took a golf cart and drove around a few of the loops.
Yeah.
And there was this one campsite that it was multiple campsites. Like, I think it was maybe 3 campsites. And there was probably over 100 of those blow-ups and then different displays. And then they used rope lighting to make this path through the various campsite so that you could walk and just experience this crazy, over-the-top, wonderful Christmas decor. And that was in every loop. It wasn't just like a group of friends that got together and did Christmas decor. It was everywhere. It was every loop. It was amazing. And this being our first time, I wasn't sure. I don't know if that's normal. Like, do they decorate all year long, or is this just a Christmas thing? But I was underprepared, and it was amazing. For somebody who loves over-the-top Christmas, it was totally my cup of tea.
People are so passionate about camping, too. And that's really cool to hear your explanation. I'm so glad you came on and talked about this. And we've not done this before. I'm only 5 years into the podcast, Amber. I'm just trying to scratch the surface of this Disney World place.
You're going to need like another 50 years. I mean, it just, especially with all the changes that they do. And it's just, you'll never get it all.
I love it.
You go down there.
I love it when people don't know. Like, I'll get on this topic with people in a conversation I just meet. I got a Disney World. I was at my doctor's office yesterday, and he just got back from a cruise. And I said, oh, I do a podcast on Disney World. And he's like, do you like to go there every year? Like, what's the attraction to go every year?
They just don't know. They just need to be informed.
That's my opinion. All right. Good job. I love this. I love the details that we're getting into for the campground. Well, besides the campground, did you find anything else fun that you did? Like character meets, or did you have any fun in the parks? We didn't even talk about the parks yet.
I know, we did. So one of the things that I love to do, my husband and I are big pin traders, and I also love to collect the penny presses. And this being the first time in a very long time that both the girls had gone, I wasn't sure if they would get into those things, but I had brought them, quarters and pennies to do the penny presses. And then I bought them all starter lanyards to see if they would want to get into the pin trading thing.
Cool. Good for you.
And they did. And that was one of my surprises. And that by the end, they didn't even need me to walk up with them. They were engaging with cast members and going to the pin boards on their own, or they would find a pin machine and be like, hold on, I need to get my penny pressed. And so that was really fun.
Disney World is one of these places, once you get the bug and the feeling of what it's all about, the fun with the characters, the fun with pin trading and talking with people, doesn't everybody kind of put their guard down and get into it?
Yes, and it's okay to have fun and
Act
be
like
a kid again.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to judge you because we're all there doing the same thing.
I love that. Hey, I'm going to turn 55 and I don't care. I'm going to keep doing this same way.
Just go have fun. Absolutely. And then I guess my last big surprise of the trip was the character meet and greets. I had two plans. I had our brunch at Ohana's, and then I also had I know some people might say it was a waste of a fast pass, but I wanted to make sure that the girls met Mickey and Minnie. So we did. That was one of our fast pass selections at Animal Kingdom.
I totally agree with you. That's a great fast pass to do at Animal Kingdom.
Yes, and I was they weren't in their safari clothes. They were in really pretty Christmas clothes. I was kind of hoping they'd be in safari clothes.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
During the holidays, Minnie and Mickey are in Christmas clothes at Animal Kingdom.
Even at Animal Kingdom, yeah. All right.
Yep, just as an FYI.
Yeah.
So I had those two planned because I at least wanted them to get those in. But
good for you.
Shout out to EJ. She had posted, I don't remember if it must have been in the group, but she had posted these really cute monogrammed backpacks it was a Mickey ice cream, I guess just a Mickey ice cream, and it had your child's or your name initial in it, and then you could do you could get the character signatures on the backpacks.
Oh, nice.
So I asked her where she got them from and ordered the girls each one so that they could carry them around, and that's what they got their signatures on. And from the moment that we got in to the Magic Kingdom, Athena wanted to meet Gaston.
Yeah.
And then from there, it just kind of snowballed. I think in total, maybe 10 to a dozen characters is what they ended up meeting, and I was not expecting that at all. I did not think they would get into the character meetings as much, and so I told them if it was
nice.
The park on our Magic Kingdom day was surprisingly not that crowded. We were actually pretty shocked, and so I told them if anything was less than a 20 to 30 minute wait, we would totally wait, and whether it was a meet and greet or a ride, we would do it.
Yep.
And they really loved meeting the characters, and that I was shocked. I loved seeing it, but I was shocked.
That is so much fun when you can enjoy that part of the trip. That's great. I love that. Yep. Backpacks they could get their signatures on. Yeah,
it was great. So I didn't have to carry all their junk, and that was kind of great and all in itself. Yeah. They each had their backpack. I had a couple Sharpies that I brought from home that they would use to get the signatures on. So we would just hold it up, and I would make sure that I would hold it nice and tight for the characters as they signed. But that's what they got their signatures on. It's a nice keepsake. So it holds all their stuff while we're in the parks on our days, but it's also something that they can hang up in their room when we get back from vacation. And
nice. I love that.
It's a little keepsake. Yeah.
So what was kind of your favorite attractions? You guys the girls especially hadn't done a lot of rides and stuff. Did they enjoy the rides?
They did. So
what was the highlights?
Oh gosh. My highlight, probably because it turned out so well. If it hadn't turned out well, it wouldn't have been a highlight. But Athena does not love roller coasters at all. But I'm a classic Disney ride girl. I love Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, Space Mountain.
Well, you're a geek.
Yes, I love them all. So I wanted to get her on Space Mountain. So I did not tell her that it was a roller coaster. I was like, it's just a dark ride. That's all.
You're kidding me. That's mean.
I know. That's slightly cruel and unusual. So so we get her on there.
Sounds like Mama.
I wish that I would have actually bought that PhotoPass picture, because her look in the camera, she was terrified. Yeah. And because she was so tall.
That is a tough one for tall people. I'm 6'2".
It is. So she was
I'm all legs getting in it.
Down in her seat. Yeah. And it was just a really funny picture. But afterwards, she totally loved it and wanted to ride it again. So that was a huge win.
I love hearing that.
She loved it.
People who are afraid of roller coasters, that's a great thing about Disney World. If thrill rides aren't your thing, I strongly encourage you trying them at Disney World.
Because they're not scary. We're 40 minutes from.
You feel safe.
Yes. We go to Busch Gardens.
Yeah, I don't feel safe. Yeah.
And I don't ride the roller coasters. So I feel like I'm going to die on them. And which is funny, because my husband actually said when we got off of Space Mountain, this was a funny story about Space Mountain. I never realized he felt this way. He loves the ride.
Yeah.
But he feels like he's going to die on it every time we go. And I never knew that until after
Yeah.
this time when we're like walking off the ride. And he's like, I always feel like I'm going to die on that ride. And I'm like, what? We love that ride.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
But it is a fun ride.
Yeah.
So
Good.
that was a favorite. And then my niece wanted to ride Winnie the Pooh multiple times, which we only rode it once, but she really loved it. And then we got her on Pirates of the Caribbean, which she said scared her last year when she rode it, which I can see how it could be a little scary for little ones.
For little ones, yeah.
And not that she's a little one, but she's, some littles are a little more sensitive than others. And she definitely falls on a little bit more sensitive scale. But we got her on there. I was like, not so bad the second time, right? And she was like, not so bad. And then during the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, we were over in that area and there was no wait. It was walk on. And I was like, girls, do you want to ride it again? And she was like, yep, let's go. And she was leading the chase and she wasn't scared of it. And I was like, definitely not scared the third time around, right? And no. So that was good.
Did you do any of the new stuff? Like Toy Story or
well, we didn't. So
Pandora?
We only had 2 parks. Oh gosh, Pandora, yes. So we did Magic Kingdom one day and then Animal Kingdom the second day. And we did make it over to Pandora. I was not able to score a Flight of Passage Fast Pass.
Yeah.
And there was no way we were waiting in line for that. It was like anywhere from 145 minutes to 215 minutes the whole time we were there. And I was doing that. I kept checking after we used our 3 Fast Passes. I kept checking. And so we ended up doing one of the Fast Passes I was able to get was for the Navi River. And that was really beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean,
good.
Pandora during the day is really pretty, but Pandora at night and everything is glowing.
It's cool.
Is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So we really, really enjoyed just walking around. And I'm not a huge Avatar fan, but they just did an amazing job with the land that makes me even more excited for Star Wars to be done and open.
Yeah.
I'm just like... cannot wait for that. I'm jumping at the seams for that one. So
it's going to be amazing.
I know. After seeing what they did with Pandora, my brain can't even picture what they're going to do with Star Wars.
Well, let's finish up with, you're such a great planner. And I always love in our podcast to give people tips, ideas, and so they can plan for their trip. Anything like go differently than you plan, and then we're going to talk about tips.
Yeah. I guess, every vacation you just kind of never know what to expect. And and every vacation is different no matter how much you plan. But knowing that it was Florida, I definitely packed my ponchos ahead of time. So made sure that we all had our ponchos, made sure we were watching the weather app and keeping a close eye. So I knew Friday we were definitely going to be carrying them with us. And always take a bag. That's a good thing to say. You don't want to just throw your wet ponchos in your backpack. So maybe take an extra plastic bag, or if you have a large shopping bag, take that to shove it in, because like when you go we went and we saw The Lion King, which that was the first time actually. We had never seen The Lion King show before, and it was amazing.
Good. When
you go in there, they actually don't let you wear your ponchos and they tell you to take them off. So you don't get the floors wet, and so it's not slippery. So I get all that. Just make sure.
That's a quick little thing you just said. The floors are really slippery when it rains. I am so shocked about that. You got to be really careful, especially if you got like flip flops on.
Yes.
You could do one of those like slips where
oops, you're on your feet and then you're on your tush.
Yeah. So it's just shockingly of any place that the grounds can be slippery. So, okay.
Agreed. 100%. So take a bag if you're taking your ponchos. And then we didn't stay until close on our Animal Kingdom day. And that was shocking, but we were okay with it because we had done that, gone pretty much full stink the previous day at Magic Kingdom. I think we're a little bit extra tired on our second day at Animal Kingdom, and it was drizzly. So we actually did not watch the evening Rivers of Light show. We just decided that we would call it a day. I think we left about 5:36.
Yeah.
We went and we picked up the dogs from daycare and then went back to our resort and had dinner. It was not my favorite dinner. The girls wanted pizza, so we did order pizza from takeout, and it was just not fancy. It was just standard pizza.
It's pizza.
but that was totally off plan. It was not on plan at all to leave the park early or to go back and hang out at the camper. But it gave us a little bit of rest time, which we definitely needed. And two, it made it so that we were there to see the electrical light parade in the evening or the water electrical light parade.
The water pageant,
I know it's kind of hokey and the music is totally cheesy, but it's the closest thing to the electrical light parade I think I'll get that they used to have on Main Street.
Yeah, right,
so
right.
We loved it, and but
it's great.
Leaving the park a little bit early gave us that time to have dinner, get settled, and then pop over to the beach to watch that in the evening.
The electric water pageant. You're looking at it going, why am I enjoying this so much? This is really weird.
And the music is very computer generated sounding, but it's so much fun. And there's a crowd. I mean, people take down seats down, they take their folding chairs and go sit on the beach. And by that point the rain had cleared up, so it was really it wasn't like, ooh, this beautiful gorgeous day, but we weren't getting wet or anything. And
it's one of those traditions I hope they never take away. It's amazing.
Agreed. Yep. 100%.
Well, is there anything you do different next time you go, Amber?
Definitely, obviously, spend more time there. Who doesn't want to spend more time at the park?
Good.
Or at Disney in general. But just making sure that we are there enough time that we can do a park, a rest day, and then a park, especially when we've got the kids. When it's my husband and I'll drag us all over the place and be dead, and we'll just, we'll recover once we get home.
Yeah.
But it's definitely harder to do when you have young ones. I think they need that rest time a lot more. As adults, we'll just suck it up. We'll have some coffee in the morning and then some wine in the evening. We'll just get through it. But that's not an option with the kids. So having a rest day in between our park days next time is going to be a must. Plus, we want to be able to enjoy our resort and stuff. So
I want you to do a full week.
I want to do a full week too. So that's what I put in my email to Mama and Auntie Judy, that, we'd want to arrive either like a Saturday or Sunday and then leave on a Sunday. That way we have a full week. And I don't know if any other geeks feel this way, but I don't like to do parks on the weekends because I feel like they're too crowded.
Okay. That's a good advice. Yeah.
We only do parks on the weekdays. So next time do like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday park days, and then the in between days or the weekend days do as resort days, or make your special reservation dates.
Well, you're answering my next question. What's your best advice for a newcomer? That's a good one. I've never heard that one specifically said, but if you're going to it's good to take some time off, and a weekend is a good thing because you're getting all the locals. But any other good advice for newcomers?
Oh gosh, I know. I think in my notes I wrote, I don't know. I don't go enough to necessarily give great advice, but I think that would have to be my best advice for newcomers is if you can swing it with your time when you're down there, don't do back-to-back park days because they can be really exhausting.
I was thinking I like to watch my steps. I was thinking, I'm going to watch my steps. If I'm at like 15,000 steps for the day, it might be a good time to hit a lounge.
Yes, totally. And it's fun to people watch. Walt Disney World's the best place to people watch because there's so many different walks of life, and I love seeing people that dress up, everything from the real extreme like Disney bounding folks these days to the families that everybody's wearing matching shirts and outfits. I love people watching. So even just going and getting
people talking,
a drink, go find a seat and just relax and watch.
I love that. What are you telling your friends about your trip that you really enjoyed, and what are you recommending to them?
Oh, the lights. So I've got a gal at work that loves Pandora.
Oh.
And she loves the movie Avatar, and I'm like, you've got to go, you've got to go. So I'm like trying to nudge her.
Has she never been to Disney World before?
She's never been.
Yeah.
She and her husband have never been. They're in their 20s, so they're not. They're not my age.
But you know what? I find people that don't have kids, they kind of discount Disney World a little bit. Are you getting that feedback from her? Yeah.
Yes. So just trying to when we got back, showing her all the things that one, you can do that aren't necessarily at the park.
Yeah.
And two, I took a lot of pictures of the Avatar land for her when we were there. And I was like, here's the whole folder. Just look through them.
Yeah.
And so I see it in her eyes that she's really, really thinking about it. And she listens to podcasts while we're at work, but she's really into like murder podcasts. Which is really, I love her, but there's two gals at work and they're really into those like Dateline drama podcasts. And so I was like, well, here's the podcast I listen to that I love about Disney. And I actually gave her the email for Travel and Tiaras so that she would,
Yeah, she's the perfect kind of person to work with a travel agent for sure.
Yes, maybe get some planning. So I'm dropping not so subtle hints to hopefully
Thank you so much. Yeah, well, between you and I, we'll try to help her out if she decides to go. But yeah, she's a fan of Avatar. That's like, she'll be blown away by the Flight of Passage and the Navi River and the whole land there.
World, yes, it's incredible.
I think for adults, if you just talk food and drink, they can have such a great time at Disney World, especially they get to do so much. Just the two of them without kids, but.
Because there is so much to do, and I don't think adults, like you said earlier, they don't understand that there's so much to do beyond just taking the munchkins.
You mentioned here going to the resorts and enjoying just doing resort hop day. And what is this Department 56 display at the yacht club?
Oh yeah, so Department 56 does those ceramic porcelain houses.
Oh,
and they can be. You can do not so elaborate or you can do really outrageously elaborate. And I collect two Christmas ones, which now after Christmas, my husband bought me a Disney one. So I guess I'm starting a third collection. At the yacht club, they do a fairly large display. It's probably like maybe 6 feet by 2 or 3 feet.
Yeah.
And it's on a raised platform. It's in the lobby. When you walk in, it's in the lobby to the left. And the front half of the display is just like a little city village display, but in the back side of it, and there's a train that runs the whole length of it.
Cool.
In the circle.
Yeah.
The back side of it is all Disney houses. So there's like an there's like a little Elsa and Frozen theme.
Yeah.
There's Dumbo on the back of the caboose back there. There's Minnie's house. There's a Mickey house with Mickey ears on top. It was just
so cool.
I loved it. I actually think somebody had posted pictures of the front of it in the Facebook group, and I had went and posted a few detail pictures of the back of it. I absolutely loved it, and my husband must have seen how much I loved it because he surprised me with one of the houses for Christmas. So I guess I'm starting a third little Christmas display now.
That is great. Did you know it was there before you went on your research runs?
I had heard, no, I found it in my research.
Wow.
Somebody had posted like a YouTube video of just kind of going around to the different resorts and seeing the gingerbread houses, actually is what it was. And they saw that and did a little blurb on that, not super detailed on it, but I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go see it. So when we did our resorts, and that was part of our, when we went to Beaches and Cream at the Boardwalk, we did Yacht Club and walked around and looked at their tree and decorations. And then we went over to is it Villas at the Boardwalk who has the carousel one?
Ooh, good question. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
The Boardwalk makes sense.
Yeah. So at the Boardwalk, there is the big carousel that's made out of gingerbread. And so we enjoyed walking around and looking at that one too.
Awesome.
But our resort day was my favorite. I loved the Grand Floridian and looking at their gingerbread houses. And then we were at the Polynesian, so we wandered around and looked at their decorations. And then we took the monorail and did the Contemporary and looked at their decorations as well as their gingerbread display. And I just loved it.
That's a great tip.
They were all so pretty.
They do put so much work into those things. That's great that you appreciated them.
And they have the part of the display for all of the gingerbread houses is they list all of the ingredients, like 1,000 pounds of honey, thousands of pounds of sugar and flour, and and at the Grand Floridian, they had a gal out. One of the bakers and designers was out doing a little demonstration. Yeah. And so she's talking about how they do all the gingerbread houses and putting them together, as well as while she's talking, she's decorating this little mini gingerbread house that looks amazing. Like, I would not be able to decorate it like that at home. It was gorgeous. And the girls just were so enthralled. I let them just watch the demonstration while I went and stood in line and grabbed the snacks. But it was really, really neat that they had somebody out to talk about it, and then you got to see it. It's just the decorations and the lengths that they go to, and not just the parks, but the resorts at Christmas time is mind-blowing. It's gorgeous.
That's a very advanced thing to do, is to go to the resorts. Like, I didn't even know to go eat there when I was first going to Disney World. So to go and check out the resorts, the deluxe resorts, is a great thing. Well, let's finish up. Anything that we missed, or something maybe that you didn't know before you went that you stumbled on? And how would you finish up your thoughts on your trip to Disney World?
We had such a great time. Anybody who is an RVer or has a camper, I don't know that I would necessarily recommend tent camping at Walt Disney World, only because I like my air conditioning and I like my heating.
And we like our bathrooms.
I like although the bathrooms at Walt Disney World
at the campsite were good. They were good.
They were amazing. Good. I had every intention in using our camper shower, but every day I took the girls up and we used the facilities up there. They had a washer and dryer in between both the
comfortable.
Yes.
All right.
Oh my gosh, immaculate. There was
hugely important.
Disney.
Hugely important.
Hugely. So if you're a camper and RVer, I would definitely recommend considering the campsites at Fort Wilderness Lodge. You get so much bang for your buck there because there's so many activities to do that are free. And then there's also activities that you can book. But part of that too, something I found out before the trip that I'm so glad that I did was, no matter what time you get there before your check-in, you can park your RV and your vehicle in the front parking at the Fort Wilderness campgrounds. So you can park and go enjoy a day at the park.
Oh, cool. Before you even get all set up and stuff. So you get there early, but you can still enjoy the parks.
Yep. And you can do the same thing after checkout. So checkout, I think, was at 11 o'clock. You can check out of your campsite, go park in the front, and go to the park or go eat or go shopping, go do whatever you want to do. And you don't have to worry about lugging around your RV or your camper behind you.
That's huge. So because you're traveling a long way. You don't want to worry about, hey, I got to be here at 3 o'clock for check-in or whatever, that kind of stuff, right?
Right. Because then if you're there early, what do? You're towing this massive thing. It's not like you could just go park in the garage at Disney Springs.
When we get there, we want to go to the parks.
Yes.
I love it.
That was a really nice thing that I had found beforehand. Now, our site was ready when we checked in, when we got there about 1 o'clock. So we didn't have to worry about parking it, but it's a nice perk for anybody that is considering it.
This has been an awesome trip report. I've loved this. Lots of information. Thank you, Amber.
I hope people find it informative.
It is.
Somebody else will love the campsites at Fort Wilderness as much as we did. So.
Thanks for being a member of our Geekin' family and doing your trip report.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
Stay in touch. Well, we're going to be in touch with you. We're going to book your next trip, and we're going to go for longer than a week.
Yes.
We're going to investigate and find. We're going to find more fun stuff to do in the coming year.
Yes, totally. I'm super excited. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Amber.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kurt.
Hey, now you're going to Super Geek.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. This was not as intimidating as I had made it up in my head to be. So
I like to think I'm fun to talk to.
You are very fun to talk to and very easy to talk to.
There you go.
Which is nice. So,
have a great year. We'll see you in the Facebook group, all right?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Great information and enthusiasm from Amber. I shouldn't be surprised. After nearly 5 years on the podcast, we always find fun and positive super geeks to come on to the show. And Boy, are you excited about the Star Wars Galaxy Edge opening announcements? I know I am, and we all are, and the Geek and Family. Surprising comments in the Facebook group, though. I see some people that are definitely excited, but, they're a little bit scared that it's going to be so crowded. They don't know if they want to take on the challenge. Be fearless, my geeks. Let's do this. And we'll keep up on all the information coming out on that and how they're going to do fast passes. Mama's saying they might not even do fast passes. They might have like concierge kind of service where you got to pay for a fast pass. Interesting. She says she's going to pay. If you got to pay premium, she's probably going to do it. Well, it's so excited that we're going to be down there for the G3. We're going for end of October, so it'll be open the whole month of September and all of October by the time we get down there. So excited about the Star Wars announcement. I didn't think I'd get to see it in this trip in October, so that is super exciting. All right, shout outs. This was exciting. I love it when I get emails, especially a sweet one like this. I got to read this out to you. I just thought I showed this to Mom. It was so sweet. He says, "Hi, my name is Nick, and I'm a 15-year-old Disney music sci-fi nerd from the Midwest." I think the proper term is geek, Nick. And we love you guys. I just started getting into your podcast and wanted to say thanks for such a great show. Random show idea. You may have already done this, and I don't know that we have, Nick. Obscure properties in the parks. And what he means by that, he says, the reason I say this is because my family's recent trip in October of 2018, my goal was to find as much Oswald the Lucky Rabbit merchandise as I could, as he is my all-time favorite Disney character that isn't the Muppets. He says, thanks. And that's from Nick L. from the Midwest. Hey, Nick, thanks so much for your email. I love your show idea. I want to get back to some roundtables and using these topics that we can talk about. I love that idea of obscure properties, though, like things I have some things that are kind of obscure that is just a great idea. So thank you so much, Nick. I hope to cover that topic in an upcoming podcast. Next on the show, another one of those recordings I did back in December with Dave and Tony Ann from the Disney Crush podcast. They're up next, Dave and Tony Ann. So I can't wait to start editing that one coming up this week. I got to tell you about the Geek and Family Run Disney team. We have got a Facebook for the Run team. If you want to, just look for that in Facebook and just sign up for that. We're having some fun just learning how to run so we can participate, especially in the upcoming April 2019 Star Wars race. We like to get together at least once a month to make some friends and learn from each other and encourage each other. If you want to be a part of that, if you can't find it in Facebook, just email me at kurt.stone@geekinonwd.com. And I got a special promo. We picked a charity that we're going to support for our April 2019 Star Wars race. That's coming up real soon in like 3 or 4 weeks. I'd love for you guys to support us. And I had a little chat with Jen Moynihan-Wynn, who was our inspiration for this charity. All right. Well, Jen, thanks so much for hopping on to Skype for just a few minutes. I want to explain to everybody what we've been up to in our Run Disney team. It's been a lot of fun the last couple of months getting together kind of on a monthly basis and supporting each other in our health efforts and using the Run Disney events to do that. We got some really passionate people into the Run Disney team, don't we?
Yeah, it is really wonderful. People are so kind, and we're just such a supportive group of people that even if you're not in a place where you're running a marathon or a half or even a 5K, just wherever you are, we are here to support each other and just to cheerlead and to provide love. That's just been such our mantra, and it's been really fun.
I've really learned that from the Run Disney community of people. You know, we know the geeks are super special people. That didn't surprise me at all because I know that from doing the podcast now for almost 5 years. And I love getting on the video chat with you guys. But yeah, to see the spirit of, you know, you don't have to be a super athlete to be doing this. And quite frankly, I found that most of the people are very supportive in what they're doing. And it could be a run walk kind of situation for sure.
Absolutely.
And they may have had some issues in running in the past and they're maybe trying to lose weight and just get into a healthy way of things. And it's been really encouraging for me too, even though I'm not running, but I'm trying to lose some weight and that kind of thing. So thanks.
Yeah. Absolutely. we're not an intimidating group of people. Like I know even for me, like I have asthma, and so I've always had this thing of like running isn't something I can do. But being in this group of encouraging people has been such a wonderful way to just be like, you know what, I can meet myself where I am, and there are people here who love and support me, and it's just been really fun.
I love that, and it was all inspired by our good friend and super geek Holly.
Oh, she's lovely.
Holly Burcase. I saw her do that run last fall, the Wine and Dine, and that really inspired me to get a hold of her. She was so emotional about it, and she was so excited to. She's doing such a great job in her efforts and her health efforts, and I'm so proud of her. Yeah. We just wanted to encourage all of that. And one of the things I've always thought about with the podcast, and I've done some of this, but I like the idea that I've seen in these run teams where they support a charity, and I put that out to the team, asked them to think about this. And I think we just had a couple of months ago, we had an amazing discussion where I opened up about some things, and everyone really shared. There's a lot of trust in the community to share some things. And I think you were the first one to mention about a charity that you would like to, or a couple, at least you had some ideas, and it all surrounded around the topic of mental health. And why did you come up with that kind of thought, Jen?
Well, I think a couple of us had kicked the idea around just because it's such a predominant issue in our culture, and there still is, unfortunately, like a stigma about it, and so many families are just affected, unfortunately, by like the tragedy of suicide, and just mental illness in general is such a hidden topic that not a lot of people feel that they can kind of talk about. And so we really just wanted to come together and provide a platform where we could talk about it, and that we could provide support and encouragement for people, and that like we could kind of use this platform for good, just because, like I was saying earlier, just the countless people who are affected by suicide and depression and just mental health in this country it's really
and I think the more you talk,
kind of want to provide support for that.
And the more you talk with people and open up about this topic, the more you find others are experiencing this also in their own life with their loved ones. And this is not a secret that should be hidden anymore. And
right on.
And I was talking to someone, I met up with a kid who, we went to buy a car for my son, Ben, and his dad was a police officer. And I said, how's your dad doing? He said, great. He switched different departments. But he said, you know what? One thing that really surprised him was the amount of suicide calls that he went on. And that kind of shocked me. And then after our call, we picked we're going to tell everybody what our charity is that we picked. And even just last night, Jen, I was listening to the high amounts of our servicemen coming back from, especially this was the 101st Airborne. They were talking about the amount of suicides in the unit that they were talking about.
Yes.
And I was just keep hearing this, not only depression, which is very prominent, but to the point of suicide. So, Jen, share with everybody what charity we're going to support for our run team.
Yes, our charity that we decided to support this time for our upcoming race in April for the Star Wars, we decided to support the Trevor Project. The Trevor Project is an organization that provides crisis intervention and suicide prevention services to teenagers ages 13 to 25 who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning. And according to their website here, they accept upwards of like 45,000 calls to their lifeline every year. Yeah. And this is a 24-hour, 365 a year kind of service that they put for people who are in crisis. And they have a lifeline that's open, like I said, 24 hours. They have texting, they have chatting to really try to connect with people who are struggling. And our services will really, like the charities and the monies that we provide will really help them create and expand more of these services to make them available to whoever needs them.
I've been watching a lot of TED videos on my phone, like when I'm riding on the bus, and I just been listening to some things about happiness and the role that human interaction has in our, not only in our happiness, but just how essential it is to our mental health. And so, you know, and what's your line of work? Tell everybody what you do for kind of a living, Jen.
Yes, I am a licensed marriage and family therapist, so I deal with this stuff as a living, and it's my passion. I love it.
Oh, well, we've got a passionate group of runners, and we are so proud to be supporting this Trevor Project, and I hope you guys can support us too. We'll put up a page where you can donate to this cause, and then all our runners will know that you guys are supporting them, and we're excited to do that. So I'm excited for all our runners that are going down for the Star Wars, and they're going to have fun getting to know each other and supporting each other and running, and I'm so glad we're doing this. And thanks for your support on this, Jen. This was a great idea.
Yeah, thank you guys. Everyone who supports our event and just us in general and the Geek and family, we just love you guys. So thank you for all you do.
Awesome. Thanks, Jen.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. I'm so proud of our runners and trying to get healthy, and it's inspiring, and I can't wait to watch what's going on for April 2019 Star Wars race, and I hope we can support them. And I'll get a link to a PayPal on our Facebook and also into our website so you can support that financially too. We'll send a few dollars over to the Trevor Project. Well, I am very accessible, at least I try to be, and don't be surprised if I reach out to you to talk on the phone, or I'd love for you to come on our Facebook Live with me. I had some fun chatting on Facebook Live this past Thursday. It's so much fun talking to you guys directly. I'll usually post in the Facebook group when I'm going to be coming on. I'm trying to do Thursdays, and sometimes I know the notifications don't show up, so just look out for us usually Thursday nights. And I love prearranging some people to come on and chat about a trip that they just had or a trip they got coming up. If they've got any questions for me, I'd love to have you on Facebook Live, so come join us this coming week. If you ever like to chat with me about anything, you can email me at kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com, or you can message me on Facebook. We do have an amazing private Facebook group. It's amazing because of the people. They're just so caring and knowledgeable. I get so many comments on how positive and all the tips that people contribute and the announcements. And yeah, it's just awesome. And people are just having fun making friends out there. So come join us in our private Facebook group. Don't forget about October 2019. I'm getting excited. I was talking to Judy last night. We were over to her house. We were recording a trip report finally. She was actually not feeling well for that cold that's been going on. But we were getting ready for the October 2019 Grand Geeking Gathering. End of October. We also are ordering t-shirts in the month of March. We're taking orders. We've got plenty of orders. We usually need at least a dozen before we're checking out on tank tops. Auntie Judy told me last night too. And so we'll put that order in April. So you can message Auntie Judy. You can email her at travelingtiaras@gmail.com also. So if you'd like a Geekin' t-shirt, we're putting it in an order for the month of March, and probably that order goes out in April. So get on that. You can wear them down at the Grand Geekin' Gathering. I saw Rob Maderi and his wife Katie were talking on Facebook Live. They switched their resort, and they booked it with us too. The Traveling Tiaras, they booked that trip with us, and they wanted to switch their resort to my resort, which is Pop Century. Glenn Kessler is going to be there too, and we're going to do some coffee walks together. I'm so excited to see some of the people that have been a part of the Geekin' family for so long and get to see them in person. It's so exciting. Well, each week we do share awesome tips for your Disney trip planning, but you can instantly gain that advantage by booking with Mama, Auntie Judy, EJ Cruz, and Jennifer Glambos. And you can email Judy and Mama at travelingtiaras@gmail.com. That's traveling without the G. travelingtiaras@gmail.com. You can find EJ and Jennifer on their Little Dole Whips Facebook page. You can message us on Facebook too. We're authorized Disney planning agency through Fairy Tale Concierge. It was so cool chatting with Mickey Foster this week, and she booked our first 2020 trip. Yeah, you got to get ahead of that. It's great. Good for you, Mickey, looking out that far. And I had such a fun Facebook chat with Mickey. She booked her trip with Auntie Judy, and I gotta read this message. It's such a great compliment to Auntie Judy and the Traveling Tiaras. And she says, "Thank you!" ! She got my hotel the same day we talked. She was super excited to go over details and listen to me yammer on. Yeah, we like to do that. We talk Disney World I'm not kidding. We talk Disney World all the time, especially Mom and Judy and EJ and Jennifer. Well, thank you guys for caring about my trip as much as me, especially during a crazy busy time. I think she's talking about Star Wars opening up. She says, "I don't feel like another transaction to a travel agent." And that's a big change from some others that I've talked to. Boy, that is an interesting comment, Mickey. And I've kind of heard that before. Yeah, we take personal, our clients for sure. She also said, I'm nothing if not a planner. Most people have a binder. I actually have a Disney visualization board. I love that. That's so cool. With pictures, I'm sure. I have to talk to what feels like all the major players and travel agents to get quotes, chat, get a feel for them, and Geekin, obviously, is the only one I booked with. Seriously, I mean it when I say you guys have something special. That is so cool, Mickey. Thank you so much for booking with us. And, you're booked way out ahead, so we can only book the room. We'll look at packages for you guys. Mom and Judy have this thing they call Fridays their follow-up Fridays. They are always looking ahead for the clients. And if there's a package that comes out that they can take advantage for you guys, it's so cool that, book ahead and get that room booked. Put down your $200 deposit and you are good to go, and we will take care of you guys. We went over to, like I said, Jude and Ken's for drinks and some food and do the trip report. And I showed this to Auntie Judy, and I wanted her to see it. She got such a great compliment. And I said, well, I guess, Judy, now you're our employee of the month. She laughed at that. But she's not really an employee. We're doing this all together, and we're a great team. We love looking out for you guys. And thank you so much, Mickey, for that compliment. Well, if you want our team to work with you also, and you get all those benefits of our knowledge, our technical knowledge, and EJ, Jennifer, Mama, and Judy, they know what they're doing, and they're going to look out for you. I love reminding you guys about the bounce backs when you're down there. There's some great discounts. You can book your trip. You can transfer that bounce back over to us. We'll get credit, and then we'll help you when you're ready to go on that trip. But they have some good, you got to record or ask Disney for that bounce back when you're on a trip. So if you're on a trip coming up, you can call a number. We'll give you the phone number, and you can set up a bounce back. That is a great thing. We love it when you transfer it over to us. And if you just found our podcast within the last 30 days, I get this all the time. Someone says, I just booked my trip and I wish I had found you guys earlier. Well, if it's within 30 days, we can be your travel agent. Just contact us. We'll show you how to do the simple paperwork, and then we can be your travel agent. We'd love to help you guys out. Stay in touch with us through our email newsletter, the Geek and Gazette, at geekinonwdw.com. Sign up for that on the website. You'll receive a free packing checklist and a spreadsheet to help plan your trip like we use for ourselves and our travel clients. Yeah, we help them plan their weeks and their days, and that's one of the ways we do that with that tool. So we share that with you for free, and you also get all kinds of Disney news items that we're talking about in the Geekin family. You get info on Disney package discounts and news. It's just stuff that we're excited about. And did you see I just posted this on the Facebook group. They got some new resort mugs, a different pattern and graphic on it. Yeah, it's not the same old one as before. It's really cute. And I think it's for Mickey's 90th birthday celebration. All right, guys. Oh, I was a little disappointed. I saw an iTunes 1-star review. It put me down to 4.5 stars. I had a 5-star rating for so long. Boy, if that upsets you and you want to redeem our podcast, please give us a 5-star iTunes review out on iTunes. It's really easy to do. We really appreciate that. And thanks for going geeking on Walt Disney World with us. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. We love you, geeks. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true.